Then here in the next one, when chlorine is in excess, here you can see when chlorine is in excess. So when chlorine is in excess, the ammonia will react with chlorine to give HCl and NCl3. It will give you HCl and NCl3. So the products are different there when ammonia is in excess and here when chlorine is in excess. So the main thing you must understand, the main thing is whether the ammonia is behaving as a reducing agent or not. Okay, from in this equation also you can see NH3 plus 3Cl2, NH3 plus 3Cl2 gives 3HCl plus NCl3. This equation you can see. From in this case also, from ammonia the hydrogen is removed and what is being added? Chlorine. Again the removal of hydrogen is done, so that will come under, or the ammonia will act as a reducing agent. So these two final equations you need to by heart. Okay, these two properties show that ammonia is a reducing agent. This is the reduction using ammonia. One more reaction is there and that is also very important. And then one more reaction which I am telling is, you can understand first through the equation and then I will tell you through the diagram or the setup. See, what you need to take is, when you take ammonia and you combine it with copper oxide. When you combine it with copper oxide, you will get copper plus water plus nitrogen gas. For balancing you can use these terms for now, 2 and 3. See what is happening in this setup. I will explain this setup. Okay, this tube or the burning tube is having copper oxide here. Okay, copper oxide, you can see the color of copper oxide is black. It is black solid. Okay, then when dry ammonia gas is passed in this jar or in this burning tube, combustion tube, this copper oxide will start to get reduced. It will start to get reduced, and whenever, see, copper oxide when it is reducing, anything when it is reducing means oxygen will be removed from it. Anything when it is being reduced means oxygen is removed from it. So what will happen, this copper oxide will lose its oxygen and it will turn to copper. So this copper oxide, which was black in color, it will lose its oxygen and it will turn into reddish brown copper solid. Okay, solid copper which is of reddish brown color. Then furthermore, water will be produced and nitrogen gas will be produced. This water will be condensed here. This cold water is capped outside this tube, U-tube, so that this water can be condensed, the water coming from this delivery tube. Then the another gas which is there, it is nitrogen gas. So here you can see the nitrogen gas is being collected over this tower, and since the water is moving downwards and the nitrogen is being collected here, the method used for collection of nitrogen is downward displacement of nitrogen. Downward displacement of water, because the water is moving downwards. Clear? So this I have told you with copper oxide. Same is with lead oxide. When you take here lead oxide in spite of copper oxide, lead will be produced in spite of copper. So color changes you must remember. The lead oxide is yellow in color and lead is greyish in color. So all the chemical properties of ammonia are finished.